Okay, so the other day someone had this image and they wanted to know if it could be traced. So let's see what we can do. I'm going to trace it. I'm going to hold down Shift, Alt, and the letter B as in boy, and it brings up our trace dialog box. And what we're going to do is we have three colors here. We have this burgundy, we have gray, and then we have the shirt background. So we'll go over here to colors, click on it, and seeing that we have three, we have to set this one above that color, hit our live preview, and let it come up and show what we've got here. Okay, we're showing everything pretty much like it is. We hit OK to get us a trace. And it's done. Okay. I want to show you why it's not a good idea to do this particular piece of artwork this way. We're going up to Object and Ungroup, and then we're going to start taking it apart. You see the burgundy here in this. It's got the pattern or the texture of the shirt. This one doesn't look too bad. That one not too bad, but we don't need that one either. And we surely don't need this. So when I double click on this, you see all these little bitty nodes over here. Let me zoom into that a little bit if I can. Okay. All these little gray squares are what they call nodes. Every time your cutter sees one of these while it's cutting, it's going to jitter or shake a bit, which is going to cause the machine to act a little bit erratically, and we really don't want that. So that's really not the way to do it. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to give you a quick lesson on how to actually manually trace this. It's actually very simple, and once we do it, then you'll be able to do it yourself, and with practice you'll get good at it. We're going to go over here to what they call the Bezier tool. We're going to click on it to choose it. We're going to make sure our shape up here says none, and the mode over here is to create a regular Bezier path. Now basically what this does is allows you to put a rough outline around the object you want to trace so that you can do it. And follow me as I go. I'm going to put one here. I'm going to click, and then I'm going to come down here and I'm going to click again. And you notice it's leaving a line as I go. I'm going to click here. I'm going to click here. I'm going to come down here and click. I'm going to click on this point. Notice I'm clicking in the high points and the low points, and every place where there's a sharp change. And you'll see why in just a little bit. And this comes with practice. It takes a little bit of practice to figure out where to put them. And if you put too many, you can always delete one or add one, whatever is necessary. Okay, so here we have everything done. Now we don't want a solid piece, so we're going to go down here in the lower left hand corner, and we're going to just click on the X, and that disappears. Now we hold our shift key down because we want an outline, a line that we can actually see. So we hold down the shift key and choose black, and now we've got what we need. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit. And I'm holding the control key down and putting the cursor in the approximate area where I want to zoom in, and then I'm using the scroll wheel on my mouse. And I'm going to begin with this is by the way, this is what they call the node edit tool, and these are called nodes, and we're going to adjust the curve. So I click on it and hold down. And you notice what I'm doing, and these handles here allow you to work from whatever end you see them on. Okay, we see that, and then we grab this and we pull it in, and we want to make it match as close as we can to match the particular curve that we're trying to duplicate or mimic. And we do that. Now I'm going to hold down my shift key and my scroll wheel, and it allows me to scroll sideways. Let go again. I'm going to grab this one, and I'm going to take it and set that about where I want it. It doesn't have to be completely exact. Just we're trying to get as close we can to the image, and we tweak it as we go. Now here are the ears, and you'll know that this one bows up a little bit, and this one bows down a bit, and then we go ahead and we tweak it here. Now the handles, these handles here will not show up until you move the line. As soon as you move the line, handles appear. And you see, even though this one didn't appear, if you put your lasso around it like that, it will show up, and it will allow you to go ahead and use it to adjust in a particular way. And then we grab that one and we twist it, and you see we're going along pretty good. Now this is going to have a little peak here, so I'm going to grab this node, and we want this to be smooth across, and I'm going to go up here, and basically it says make selected nodes smooth. So as soon as I click on that, you watch what happens down below at that node that I selected. You see, you notice it went ahead and changed and made the piece in which it was had a little divot, and now it's gone. And then we'll go up here, and we're just about done with the head, with the exception of the eyes. And we'll get to that in just a moment. All right, now we can go back down here and click on the Bezier tool again, and we're going to make the eyes. Now here's a point here, so I'm going to put a point there. I'm going to put a point here, and this may blow your mind, but I'm going to go right back and put a point in the beginning again. Back to my node editor, and I'm going to begin shaping the eye. Now I'm going to roll this one down. Remember I said even though the node doesn't show, if you will lasso the particular node you have the need for a handle, you can click on it and it'll show up. Okay, so we have an eye. I'm going to go up to the select tool, and I'm going to hold the control key down and hit the letter D for duplicate, and I just made another image of the eye. We're going to go up here, and this little icon here says flip selected objects horizontally, so I'm going to click it. Okay, there was the one eye I had. I flicked it, and now I'm using my arrow keys just to move it over and put it on the other side. All right, now we're going along pretty quickly here. We basically have our skull or horn, head, cow, whatever you want to call him. We got him done. So I'm going to start up here, and I'm going to lasso everything. Okay, so I've got both of these selected plus the horn. I'm going to go up here to path, and I'm going to say combine. And then I'm going to come down here, and I'm going to hit burgundy. Oh, we have a problem. Okay, so let's back up a little bit. We'll wait for there we go. We're going to click on him. We're going to click on him. We're going to go to path, union. That makes the two one. Now I'm going to click on this outside of the major cow head and go path, combine. Now we'll go back again, and we'll choose the color. All right. Now we can go back over here in the bottom left hand corner where the X is on the white box. Hold our shift key down, because that's how we control whether or not we've got color in our outlines or not. And hold the shift key down and click on it, and that disappears. Okay, now there's two more pieces we've got to work with. We got the text, which is fairly straightforward, but we need to make this outline here. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab the circle or oval tool. I'm going to start about here. I'm going to hold my control key down, click on the mouse, and drag down in the opposite direction. I'm going to let go, Now I want to be able to see underneath. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to just click on the X to get rid of the red circle. All right. Now back up to the select tool, hold down my control key again, and I'm going to make this the correct size. All right. The easiest way to make this thick like this is to hold your control key down and hit the letter D again. There, you made a duplicate. Hold down Shift and Control and bring this in about where it needs to be. Now grab them both, and I believe if you hit Difference, we have just made an outline. If I click on a color or a shade, we have that. But I don't want that right now because I want to be able to see underneath. So we want that. We get rid of our piece. Now I'll have to cut this here and cut this here. Easiest way, grab your rectangle tool, start out about here, come on down to about here. All right, with it in place and the rectangle selected, click on the circle, go up to Path, Difference. You notice how it's cut here and it's cut here? All right. Now, we've got to do this piece down here. So we go back to our Bezier tool. We'll start out here. We'll come down here. Click here, click here, click here, click here. Now, you notice there's like a little curve here. So basically, I'm going to make a curve. All right. And before I do anything else, I'm going to make a copy of it so we can use it on the other side. Okay, so we'll set that there. So, but here, we'll grab this, Path, Difference. You see it cut our shape. We're going to flip this over, go up here, click on this, which says Flip Selective Objects Horizontally. Click. And now we're just going to run it over here about where it needs to be. That's chosen. Now we choose the circle, Path, Difference, and it's gone. Okay, now all you have to do is go back and choose whatever color gray you want by clicking on it with the left mouse, and then hold your Shift key down and click the X and that gets rid of that. Now, I'm going to stop right now because all the rest is just a matter of finding the proper font and doing it, and then you're all set to go. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag this out here so you can see it. And if I click the Note Editor tool, you see how clean and crisp this all is? That's what you want for the smoothest cut for your machine. I hope this has been helpful. Thank you.